New year, new planner, let's hit the ground running. In today's video, we're gonna flip through every single page of the 2025 Weekly Productivity Workbook and show you how you can make the most of your planner. But before we get started, I wanted to give you some background on the inception of the planner, because as you might have noticed, there is no other planner like this out there. It's a guided journal and a dated agenda designed to keep you intentionally productive throughout the year. We created this planning system so you can stay on track with your goals, wellness, projects, to-dos, and many aspects of your life from a yearly, quarterly, monthly, and weekly perspective. But let's be real, it's also a little more than that. This year, we designed 7 gorgeous cover colors as part of our Wanderlust theme to keep you inspired, imaginative, and creative all year long. We're here to give the stationery world a makeover, and we're doing that by creating office tools that have style and function, because your mind deserves the best. So, let's get started. Section 1 of the planner is all about reflection and introspection. We start the year by doing a deep dive on 2024. I recommend carving out at least 1 to 2 hours to fill out these sections. You want to have quiet time, be alone, and really think about how last year went. This page is your year in review. Think about your journey with your 2024 goals. What things got in your way? In what ways did you change? Remember to be open, honest, and non-judgmental with yourself. There are a few more prompts on the next page to really get you thinking. Don't skip these pages. They're a challenging exercise, but worth the time. Next up, we have a 2024 rapid fire page. Quick answers to quick questions like, what was a new habit I started? What was the best decision I made? What piece of work impacted me the most? A great way to summarize your highlights of the year, all the ups and downs. Then we head into the life audit section. This is the Wheel of Life, a pretty well-known self-development tool to help you understand where you rank in different areas of your life. Assess yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 for each of these categories. The second wheel is for you to come back and do the same exercise at the end of the year. Then you can compare and contrast where you made changes over the course of 2025. It's a really good visual to help you understand where there may be imbalances in your life. Then we have a life audit section month over month. So after you complete your Wheel of Life at the start of the year, you're going to pick one area to work on. So let's say that's health. You're going to come back at the end of every month and do a self-assessment on where you rank. This is more granular because you can see the progress over the course of the year. Ideally, if there's something we're working on, we hope to see this chart grow upward month over month. But remember, not everything is linear, and some months will be better than others. So don't be hard on yourself, and instead use this tool as a tracker, as an indicator to visualize your progress at a monthly view. Next up, we have the me versus me template, an excellent exercise on where you are today and where you hope to be. So on this side, you're gonna write, draw, describe in any capacity that you like how your life currently is. On this side, you're gonna do the same, but for how you want your life to be. You might describe emotions you hope to experience, a certain lifestyle you hope to acquire, certain routines you want to instill, or just how you view the world. In this middle section, we have the accountability circle, which is where you're going to get very real with yourself on what things you need to change. This is where we take responsibility for our own lives. We don't blame other people around us. We don't blame our circumstances. We don't blame our past. We look inwards and we honestly ask ourselves, what things do I need to change so I can live the life I've always wanted to live? What choices and decisions do I need to make? What habits do I need to start and stop? Where do I need to learn more? I want you to be so honest with yourself here, because it is going to be the eye-opener for how you make 2025 your year of change. Now we head into the next section of the planner, visioning, goal setting, and planning. We start with the yearly calendar view and important dates and birthdays page. Here you can mark down birthdays, of course, anniversaries, events, travel dates, etc. And you can even color code using the decor pad or highlighters, however you want to customize and organize key dates. Then we have the vision board brainstorm. This is the fun part. No boundaries and no limitations. This is where you dream big. How do you want to design your life? If you could have it your way and there were no other factors or obstacles, what would you do? Set a timer for at least 30 minutes and just step into that best version of yourself. Who are they? How do they spend their time? What are their dreams? Brainstorm, get messy, and write all of this down, because next up, you're going to create your vision board. According to Merriam-Webster, a vision board is a collage or collection of items that represents what you want to happen in your life. So based on your brainstorm, find magazine clippings, print out images, words, and quotes that describe exactly what you want. Take photos of other people in settings you aspire to and literally Photoshop your face on it and print it out. That's how specific I want you to get. What's really important about this exercise is that you're choosing things that you want, not what other people say you should want, not what you see on social media that you think would be nice, but the things that set your soul on fire. You really need this vision board to be authentically you. But what's key about having a vision board is looking at it every single day and visualizing yourself already living that life. And that's why your vision board is your bookmark in this planner. It snaps in and out so you can see it every single day. It will basically follow you along from the beginning to the end of the year, reminding you to keep your eye on the prize. It's a visual representation of what you're working towards as you chip away at your goals day by day, week by week. The days you feel like giving up, you'll open up your planner and see this beautiful vision board that you created. That's the dream, and that's what you're working to. On the back of the vision board, we have the personal manifesto. Think of this as a snapshot of how you want your year to play out. I recommend filling this in after you've completed this entire section, because it really is a summary of all the pre-work you've done. So you have a mantra for the year, a summary of your goals, rules, which we will get into shortly, words of impact, which could be motivational quotes, and values. So your values are the core beliefs and principles that guide your decisions, actions, and the way you live your life. They represent what's most important to you and often reflect your sense of right and wrong, your priorities, and what makes life meaningful for you. An example of this could be lead with kindness, reminding you that no matter what journey you're embarking on in life, you're always going to be kind to others. Another example could be wellness always, reminding you that as you pursue your goals, you won't compromise your health or well-being. A good way to understand what your personal values are is to evaluate what things inspire you and why. Think about what things matter most that you just can't live without. What makes you feel proud, accomplished, and aligned? Give it some thought and write it down. The personal manifesto is also something that you'll see every day as you go through the year, reminding you of who you are at your core and what you stand for in your journey of life. Then we get into goal setting. We have an area for a maximum of 5 goals, and that's because more often than not, when we set too many goals, we don't accomplish any of them. The key is to hone down and focus on 1 to 5 goals max. These goals will likely line up to your big vision. They should line up to your life audit and what areas you want to work on in your life. When you set a goal, make sure it's SMART, specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and timely. For example, if you're hoping to get in better shape by the end of the year, instead of I want to be healthier, add an action, like I want to run a marathon by the end of the year. Then detail your goals by listing resources. For example, Instagram accounts, magazines, books, YouTube channels, blogs, etc. All these resources that will feed you valuable information to help you achieve your goal. And create a high-level action plan. For example, run 5K by the end of Q1, sign up for running room meetups, buy a new pair of sneakers. Then we have a letter to our future self. This is really special because it's almost like you're speaking to a version of yourself that you are going to bring into existence. You're going to come back and read this at the end of the year, and trust me, it's very powerful. You might describe your life currently and how you're feeling. You might share your hopes and goals or offer encouragement and advice. This process can be both fun and deeply introspective, helping you connect with your dreams and stay aligned. You'll really see the growth and the ways you've changed over the year when you come back to read this letter. Then we have our rules for 2025. Rules are different than goals. Think of these as non-negotiable principles or guidelines you're gonna live your life by this year. So for example, a goal of yours might be running the marathon at the end of the year, but a rule might be, I will not order takeout more than once a week. Other examples of rules might be don't go more than 3 days without working out. No comparing your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 10. Always trust your own decisions. Always be accountable for your own life choices. Learn something new every single day. Again, guiding principles that are going to shape how you start your journey in 2025. Then we have the inspo wall for low motivation days. Think of this as a live Pinterest board. This is where you come when you are just having one of those days and you're in need of some inspiration. This could be a library for content or podcasts you always come back to when you're feeling low. It might be a list of foods you love to eat. It might be photos of people you find inspirational or friends you just love to chat with. Come back to this inspo wall on the not so great days so you can look to these resources for a burst of motivation. Next up, we have the energy management template. Understanding what gives you energy and what drains it, whether it's people, places, or environments, is crucial for maintaining your well-being and productivity and overall happiness. Identifying these energy boosters and drainers can help you understand yourself better and make more intentional choices in your life. There's actually been a lot of research on this lately, how different aspects of our life can actually influence our energy levels. Being aware of these things as you enter 2025 will help you set boundaries, connect more meaningfully, and manage your energy in the most optimized way possible to show up as the best version of you every single day. This is self-care on a whole other level. After that, we have the 2025 bucket list, a fun and creative way to list out all of those experiences you hope to have in 2025. It could be as grand as seeing the cherry blossoms in Japan, or as simple as watching the sunrise at a local beach. Then we have the 2025 projects page. So this is a good way to list out all of your big projects for the year by quarter. The section underneath can be used in several different ways. You can list out sub-projects underneath or break down how you're going to get that bigger project done by month, or you can use this space as a Gantt chart, determining what parts of the year you're going to work on different things. This is a pretty open template, so you have the flexibility to make it most functional for you. Next up, we have a nice long reading list requested by popular demand. You can list books, articles, ebooks, but if you're not a reader, you can also turn this into a content list. Write down movies or shows you've watched or podcasts you've listened to. It's just a neat way to keep track of content and give it a rating so you know what you want to come back to. And now we get into the monthly planning sections. Every month starts off with a blank calendar. And what's cool about the layout of our planners is they actually stand upright, so you can keep certain pages open by your desk. After that, we have a brain dump page, an area for you to literally brain dump everything on your mind for that month. Personal errands, professional projects, decisions to make, problems to solve, things to buy and restock up on, literally everything. Get messy and brain dump away. Then we have the monthly blueprint page. Here you'll set some sub goals for the month. The idea is to line up your sub goals with your broader 2025 goals. For example, back to the running a marathon goal. Your January goal might be to run 5K every week in January. You always want to connect your monthly views into your yearly vision. This area is to list out any tactical projects and to-dos, and below that, you create your morning and night routine. Not everyone wakes up in the morning or goes to sleep at night. Some people work shifts, have rotating schedules, so we've named it your wake up and wind down routine because that's essentially what it is. It's nice to assess this every month because as seasons change and we go through the ebbs and flows of life, our routines may also change. Different seasons of our lives come with different goals and priorities, so assessing that monthly keeps you aligned and adaptable. Then we have a monthly habit tracker at the bottom to keep you in check every single day. Then we get into the weekly planning section. Each week you get a weekly reset dashboard, which is exactly what it sounds like. An area for you to reset, prepare, and plan ahead for the week. You start by listing out your priorities for the upcoming week and then break down your to-dos professionally and personally. This section here, if time permits, is a great way to map out to-dos depending on how much time you have. If you don't make it through your list, you can always just bump these forward into the next week. And then here we have the wellness planning section, an area for you to plan your workouts, meals, and self-care for the week. A core pillar to wellness is having a plan, a routine to stick to and be consistent with. By spending just 10 minutes every week, mapping out what exercises you're doing each day, what you're eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner is a game changer. You head into the week with this core foundation of prioritizing your well-being, diet, exercise, nutrition, and self-care. So no matter how crazy the week gets, this part of your life is in order. And then we have our super flexible weekly planning spread. You can time block, checklist, use symbols. The choice is yours. It's a simple yet structured layout, but if you're looking for an even more detailed layout for your days, I recommend the Daily Productivity Pad. This is undated because you might not be using it every day, but it is very comprehensive for you to time block, practice mindfulness, prioritize, and more. But back to the 2025 planner. So every week is structured this way. It's all about creating a core foundation every week to keep you on track. At the end of the month, we pause and reflect before moving forward. There's an area to review your goals. Did you accomplish them? Why or why not? Just like we did some introspection at the start of the year, we also want to make sure to do some introspection at the end of every month to help us understand where we need to make changes as we enter a new month. And of course, don't forget to complete the monthly life audit from the start of the planner. There's an area for you to write down all of your favorites for that month. Movie, restaurant, food, and a place to reminisce on your best memory. Then we end the month on a positive note with a month-end scrapbook page. A page for you to document, commemorate, and celebrate the previous month. Life goes by so quickly. Days turn into weeks, which turn into months, which turn into years, and next thing we know, we can't remember the night we had that amazing dinner, or the day we took a stroll in the park and met a kind stranger. This is the spot to pull all those special moments together. Paste in memorabilia, ticket stubs, or receipts for those moments in your life you're grateful to have experienced. Every month is structured the same, but at the end of every quarter, we have a 90-day check-in. This page will show you how far along we are in the year and will ask you to stop and reflect on the last 90 days. Write down your wins and milestones for the quarter, the obstacles you overcame, and the pivots you need to make to keep you on track for Q2. This is a great time to stop and reflect and see where you currently are compared to where you want to be in 2025. Breaking down the year into these chunks of time makes it a lot easier to get back on track when life gets chaotic, which we all know it will. At the end of the planner, we have a quick year-end review page, but the more comprehensive one will be in the following year's planner. So use this page as a quick synopsis of how the year went. Then we've got a few blank pages at the back of the planner for notes or custom sheets that can be used for budgeting, travel planning, cleaning lists, and more. The choice is yours. Our goal is to help you achieve your goals, and we hope that through this comprehensive planning system, we can help make 2025 one of your best years yet. If you have any questions or there's anything further we can do to support you on your growth journey in 2025, leave a comment down below and just let us know. We are so grateful that you chose Acoshia to be by your side in 2025. We take that responsibility very seriously. We're here cheering you on every step of the way, wishing you an incredible 2025 ahead.